Hi guys, welcome to another episode of ManWise. Today, you find me in my bathroom and there's a reason for that. I'm going to talk about an experience that I had a few days ago right here in this room. It involved this mirror and some real strange stuff. So, what happened? Well, I was in here doing whatever I was doing, getting ready for bed. I think I might have just finished cleaning my teeth. And I had this strange feeling or want or need, I don't know what it was, to look at myself in the mirror. And not just, the usual fleeting glance. It was more like a stare, as in right into my own eyes. And this is something that I've subsequently found quite a few people have had experience with. And what happened is I was looking straight into the mirror here, into my eyes, and I just focused in on them for some reason. And you can probably tell my voice is a bit shaky even just talking about it. It was weird. The first few seconds, not so bad. Then, I don't even really know how to describe it other than I felt like it was no longer me looking at myself in the mirror. It was almost like it was flipped, like there was someone in the mirror looking at me. Really bizarre. It was almost like that reflection was no longer myself. Now, that seems weird enough, but how it impacted me on an emotional level is a whole nother thing. At first I just stood still, didn't really know what to do, and I noticed there was a tear running down my face. And one thing I've got to note is when this happened, I was staring at myself and I noticed my expression changed. And I don't remember changing my expression, but I can see in my reflected self, as I talk about this, I can sort of see myself out of the peripheral vision of my eyes, and I'm thinking, what's there? It's really bizarre. Now, the reason for that is when this happened, my expression changed to like a smirk, almost as if I kind of knew I was seeing something that I shouldn't be seeing. What I think it is, and take this with a grain of salt if you will, is I was actually seeing myself for the very first time, not for my physical being, I guess, for want of a better way of describing it, but who it is deep inside. There's the old saying, the eyes are the windows to the soul. Whether or not you believe in a soul, I don't know. I'm one of those kind of skeptical people that keep an open mind. But I do believe it's basically the consciousness, my mind, seeing outwards as opposed to, I don't know. I really struggle to describe this. So, yeah, that was that one experience. Now, I went to bed and I felt really strange. Now, I kind of thought I'd gone slightly insane. I actually, after it happened in this room, I rushed out of the room once I kind of gained my composure. And ever since, I actually have struggled to look at myself in the mirror. I can do it briefly, but I kind of feel weird as soon as I start looking for more than a few seconds, and I try and avoid making eye contact with myself. Really bizarre stuff. Anyway, so this had me thinking I'm going nuts. So of course I decided to do what every rational person in modern society would do, and get on the internet, Google it, and I don't remember my exact search terms, but I think it was something like staring into your eyes in a mirror or something like that. and quite a few things popped up, and two in particular I spent more time reading than others. One of them, I believe it was on a site called Mind Hacks. They had a link to an article by an Italian psychologist. I'll put a link in the description below, along with to the other site, which I'll mention in a minute. And you can find out more there. Now, I couldn't open the article that was linked in the Mind Hacks website simply because you need to be subscribed to read it. But they did tell you in the Mind Hack article that it was an experiment run with 50 people doing a similar thing to what I did, but there were some differences. They had specific lighting situations. I had a lot more light than what they were specifying. And all I can say is it was really intriguing. And then I started reading the comments and it just got kind of frightening, really. The amount of people that have experienced not only what I did, but then went beyond that. Then there's another site called Creepypasta. I know it's a bit odd and it sounds really dodgy. And from some of the early comments on this article, people were saying, you know, this is the first thing on this site, basically, that they thought was really good. And they had a slight variation of this, which required a longer period of staring into the mirror. Now, I'm going to talk about that more in the next video. For now, I want to concentrate on this experience and, you know, what I've done since, sort of doing a bit of research into it. And I feel a little bit less crazy, but I guess my mind's still open to a few things that it wouldn't be before. And I feel like I've kind of connected with myself on a deeper level, which again probably sounds ridiculous to a lot of you. But I don't know, I've been changing and connecting with my thoughts, and it just feels like another level of alignment and knowing that there's more to me than what I thought there was before. So with that said, I'm going to make a second video in the next few days as well. Don't know if I'll go as far as the Creepypasta version. I'll link that below, you can read it if you like. I'll talk about that more in the next video as well. But that sounds incredibly freaky, to be honest. So what I'm expecting to happen when I do this next experiment is I expect to feel similar emotions and some strangeness like I did last time, but because I'm going to sit through it for a longer period of time rather than the probably at most 1 minute that I did last time, I'll be sitting with it anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour based on what I've read is about what it's going to take it to the next level where I become a bit more accepting of it and then experience more. I'm not 100% sure what to expect, but I'm going to have 2 cameras recording myself if I can get them set up in this room. I'm going to use this mirror. I'm going to do it at night time under the specific lighting conditions that the Mind Hack article recommends. So it's low light with no direct light source. I'll discuss that in the next video anyway, and I'll show a setup of things before I get started. Now, I'm expecting the video that I record to come out as me standing in front of a mirror for a certain period of time, obviously. And I think if I can release my mind from the fact that I've got cameras recording and just relax into it, I'm probably going to get the same sense I did last time. And what you're probably going to see is my reactions to that. And I don't know how that's going to look. It's probably going to be a bit embarrassing, to be honest, but I'm not going to censor it. I'm going to record the whole lot from 2 different angles. Like I said, I might get one camera back on my face and another one directly into my mirror image, and get the recording synced up so you can see if there's any weird inconsistencies, which I don't expect to happen, but you never know. And the different camera angles are going to make it hard to judge anyway, so I guess can't really read into it too much. Anyway, hopefully you're going to find this really interesting, and you're probably going to think I'm crazy, which, like I said, I did, and to some extent I still think it's very much, well, I'm pretty certain it's to do with the workings of the mind, but my theories on the mind and what I've read into it a bit mean even that's quite out there and over the top and open to interpretation. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that for the moment. And if you've enjoyed this video, hopefully you have, and you're interested in watching the next one, make sure you like this video, subscribe down below, and hopefully I'll have this next video up for you with the experiment itself in the next few days, at least before the end of the week, I'm hoping. I'm pretty nervous about doing it, so we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, thanks.